Hello everyone. So in today's session, we are going to see how RDS is deployed and how we can create read replicas. Because in the previous session, we saw how RDS is created and how we can access it using EC2 instance. So in this session, we are going to see how EBS had snapshots, right? And likewise, S3 had S3 replications. So likewise, RDS has replicas. Okay, so let's figure out what they are. There are two types, read replicas and multi-AZ. So read replicas are only for read operation and you can create up to 15 read replicas. And if you want to do any write operation, then you have to access the main database and then do that operation. Whereas in multi-AZ, you have only one replica which can be created. Okay, and it is mostly used in cases where there is a failure of that availability zone. So let's go to the practical side of this video. We begin by creating an EC2 instance first. Let's create an instance. Okay, T3 micro, choose the key pair. You can select existing security groups, whichever you wish to. I'll go with Wizard 1. And that's it. Launch. Okay. So once this is launched, go to security groups. So in your case, you don't need to do this. Okay, I'll add a rule. I want to add MySQL, okay? While creating an instance only, go to SSH and keep it from my IP. It's supposed to be from my IP. Okay. And you have to select MySQL. And that also, if you're keeping it custom, choose the security group which has it. Yeah, so I'll choose this and see. Okay. So once you're done with this, you'll go to RDS and now you'll create a database. Click, select full configuration, MySQL from here. Then all the things as it is. Create a password, okay? And here as well. Okay, once you're done with that, T3 micro from here, everything as it is. Connect to an EC2 instance which we just created. Okay. Then, okay, public access should be no. The security groups, Wizard 1, which I'm using. Okay. And that's it. Create database. Once you're done with that, let's wait till our database has been created. Let's go to CMD and connect our EC2 instance. Okay. CD downloads. Go to EC2. Connect your instance. I have my instance which is running. Just connect. Go to SSH. Copy this command and paste. Okay. Say yes. Once you're done with that, let's run a couple of commands which we used in our previous session. Then we are going to install Postgres and MySQL MariaDB. Okay. Once this is done, let's check the versions. MySQL version and PLSQL. Sorry, not PSQL version. So that's both of them are installed. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna connect it to our. Let's check if our database has been created or not. So it is being created. Let's wait. All right. So it is successfully created. They say, let's view the connection. We have got our endpoint. So my SQL -h, paste the endpoint, -u admin -p. Enter the password. So we are connected. Now we're gonna run those couple of commands inside this MySQL. We created a database and we're gonna use that database. We're gonna create a table. We're gonna insert values inside that table. And we're gonna run the query to check the contents of the table. All right, as you can see, this is done. Now we're gonna create a replica. So let's check the status. It's yet to be created, which is has to show it's available. Still in the process. So let's wait. All right, guys, it's available now. Select this database. We're going to click on this action. We're going to create read replica. So once you're done with that, replica, okay, you can name anything. Uh, Everything as it is. Okay. Security groups. Just make sure that the security group is same, okay? The one which we have used while creating the EC2 instance and while creating this database. It has to be the same. That's it. All right. And then create replica. And once this replica is created, we'll require its endpoint and then we'll carry on the same process to see if our database, the data inside that database is being reflected in this new replica. We're literally just taking up the backup, right? If you remember in EBS snapshots. All right, guys. If we have the endpoint, we can go ahead with it. Just copy this endpoint. And now you're going to exit this previous session first. And then again, you'll connect it by saying mysql-h. And then paste the endpoint. Continue and then -p. Enter the password. Okay, and you're connected. Once you're done with that, now you are going to test. You're going to use the test database. Okay. And then select star from students. And now you'll be able to see the replicated data, as you can see here. First, we created the database and then we use the database here. Then using the replicas endpoint, we are using the same database and the same data is being reflected here. So what did we learn? To read, we saw read replicas is read only option. You cannot insert into a replica, and replication is automatic and it's used for load balancing, disaster recovery, and high availability. So that's it for this tutorial, and see you in the next one.